We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Right back to him on first down. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll go play action. Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Bigsby, and he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
3rd and 3. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. But right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why he's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there, as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Off play action. It's Howell. A short throw there to Strange. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and 8. Now Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Howell changing the play here. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Stroud and company going for it. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Texans 14, Jaguars 6. Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Al now to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, they're changing this at the line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Stroud. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Stroud to throw it. Now inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Stroud sets up the play action. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell with an amazing diving catch. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Throwing here, Howell. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. Stroud now. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Texans first down.
Now Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Howe will throw it. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Jags are right back in this football game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On 1st down, Howell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now they go play action with Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Got his man, Dell. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain point on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 30.
I know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's Howell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sam Howell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Texans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.